first thank Professor Barrow for being so gracious with us, and he's right, his team has been very helpful on the journey here, and from Maxwell Investment Group and Partners, we say thank you. There is an anchor that we always have at Maxwell Investment Group before we do anything, and that anchor for this was that we had an event at the Middle Belt in Ghana, and we requested for students of the University of Ghana to attend. I spoke to Professor Barrow, he's a very busy man, but I got a call from him one day, and that call stuck with me, and that has been the anchor. And what he said, the first thing he said was, Max, Nkofumbo, Nkofumba, Udio Mokon, Momo Brasif. And that stuck with me because you cannot have excellence without responsibility. I've spoken to other schools. I mean, there was an event that had many stakeholders. He is the one that echoed this sentiment and echoed it very clearly. From that time, and it was after that that I spoke to Dr. Mewe and said, if we have to build a platform like what we are trying to build, then it has to be at the University of Ghana. Because if this is the responsibility that they have towards their students, then I understand why the University of Ghana is known as the premier University of Ghana. And that is why we are here. To build a platform of excellence, to build a platform where together with our partners, we can impact the lives of the many students. I was talking to Captain the last time. I said, the University of Ghana is Ghana. Almost every Ghanaian touches the school. And you might not pass through the school, but you have an interaction with the school one way. So it is with immense honor, and I think it is also in order for me to say, Prof, I go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The rest are just kiosks. It's only this is the only university. Right? Yeah. So if you went to the others, don't worry. We can still get you here. We can. And I'm serious. If you went to the others, if you studied for a bachelor's or something somewhere, please come. Let's clean it for you, right? I'll give you another certificate so that you can use ours to cover all the other ones. This one, yes. So thank you. So I'm privileged to. We didn't introduce our officers. Immediate right is the left is my head of admin. So here we call him the school administrator. He's a deputy registrar, and he's the one that manages all the administrative functions here. Under him directly is Madam Saratu Salifu, who is Assistant Registrar in charge of general administration. Catherine is Assistant Registrar in charge of academic affairs, and there are two of them. And then, of course, our Professor Godfred Amelu. I think he has two legs, right here, one is two people, so I respect that a lot. We have our marketing and communication team. The young man there is head of, is the president for Students' Union. We call it Business House ACR. Here we do things right. Business House ACR. So when they do, they talk business. And then behind we have our officers from marketing and communication team. Now we have a big person there. Professor, please, will you raise up yourself so that you introduce you properly? That's Professor Ernest here. Professor TK. Professor TK has been announced as the next guru. So I am Kufuadu, he is Muhammad. So we are going to transition now. On the 31st, so on the 1st of August, he will be the person sitting here. There's a reason why I asked him to join us. So you'll be dealing with a new dean beginning from 1st August. So I have just 1 month and 20 something days to chop this piece. So let me chop it well. And I've warned him already. I said if I appoint anybody now, he can't come and sack me. So there's no sacking. There's no sacking. If I sign a contract, it is signed. So you can't come and reverse it. We just, so the good thing is that we are a team. All my school management, we work very well. So everything we are doing is aware. It's transition, so next time you should sit here next so that when I vanish, then you take over. So thank you very much. What else do we have to do? Anybody has something else? Introduce your team members. You came with a large team. Can I join? Because I'm losing my job now, so I have to find Maxwell somewhere. Right? Assistant Registrar, Academic Affairs. She's coming to call me because the meeting has started. The meeting has started. But let's do a quick round of introductions, and then we see. Yes, please.
Abu Issa, board member and the leader branch.
Okay. Lawyer. Yes.
Managing Director.
Okay. Okay.
And then it's Samuel Basin, I read from Warm Africa.
Okay.
I'm St. McLean Aqua from the EcoBank Group. We are partners.
Okay.
My name is,
Ecobank is our bank. That's where we come. Yeah.
my name is Tolu Kukulakwa. I'm the Executive Director of the UN Compact and they are
Where did I meet you before? Have we met before?
responsible. We've been here before, so.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
I'm Linda Nana, Coach in Communications Manager, Training and Consultant, Finance Function.
Okay. Good.
Joshua Bolton and some of our streamline consultants. Business development.
Good afternoon. My name is Fatima Ali Mohammed. I'm the CEO of African Brand Warrior, and with my colleague Edith.
Hi.
My name is Safwan Alasan, Communication Director for After Young Entrepreneurs Federation. And these are members of my team.
Okay. But remember, it's also mention your name, sir. Once you are here, let your name enter the records.
Oh, Malaysia, part of the group from Cameroon.
Okay.
My name is Tarek. I'm with them.
Okay. Good. And then we begin from the other side.
Okay, so I'm Betty Sapondazi. We are the underwriter, so we are from Metropolitan Life Insurance.
Okay.
These are my team members.
Right. Team members, mention your names.
I'm James Bidninka.
Okay.
The creative manager at Metropolitan Life.
Okay.
I'm Siddhartha.
Okay. Okay, new business. Okay, great. And next.
Yes, Wilson Aganya, the branch manager at Zenith Bank. Tell my letter.
Hey, okay. Zenith Bank. Okay, good.
My name is Vera Kapitali Baji. I'm head of SNW2 Banking, Zenith Bank.
Zenith Bank.
We're here
Okay.
to support Wilson and the Maxwell President.
Wow, that's a great partnership. Yes, madam.
Samantha Bando, General Secretary, Agency.
Okay, business house this year. Next one.
Any regional agency of president.
President elect. So also you and I there. You and I are going. All right. The people at the back.
Ahadi Prince from Maso Investment.
Master investment. Madam.
The Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Women in Agricultural Development.
Oh, we are. Okay. Yes. I used to come to your office near the sea. You are still there?
We are not there because of the marriage drive towards.
They move you people.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then.
I'm Stella
Okay.
from the Macron City.
Our marketing and our teams are around. Thank you very much. I think that the main item today is for us to sign it, and it's important that you all came to see the university. It also gives us assurance that there's a big team working on with Maxwell investment. We hope that we're going to get a lot of our students benefit from whatever that you do in various ways, apart from the activities that are outlined in the MOU. We hope that some of our students will be able to take advantage of the things you do and to make money from the thing you do. When I have this man there, he's the one I'm using to test the system. Yesterday I told somebody that when I become president, he will become my food tester. When we go somewhere, we'll give him the food they give us. He will eat it and we'll wait for 15 minutes. We'll wait for 15 minutes. If he doesn't die, then we will do it. So my professor is with you, so he's the one who is testing the thing. So if there's trouble, his leg is then I say, hey, I'll take the children away. But otherwise, I think the biggest thing and that's the point he made about protecting our young people. We get children, the young guys do all manner of things. But when parents drop their kids with us, they are comfortable to walk away and go home. because they know that we're going to be taking care of them. And that's the reason why we cannot disappoint parents. If any parent came here and their child had a problem, it would be as if we were irresponsible. And so we are very careful in selecting who we put in front of our students. It's the same process we go through when we have to appoint a lecturer. We do a lot of due diligence. So the group that is going to be our students are going to be getting exposed to, we need to be very sure that everything is right. And now we can confirm that. So thank you. So now we move to signing, right? Yes, bring your gold pen, huh? Yes. So let me take this away, right? Put this somewhere. Please take the pictures well. This may just be the last MOU assigned. So my signature has to. So, boss. Me, we know. Yeah, okay. Unless I got all right, okay. Okay. So I think now we will stand and then we do the exchange, right?
Yeah.
So you have one, I have one. And we pretend to be very serious exchanging material so that we can capture the images. Right? So let's do this first. Okay. Now we do the way they do it. So let's put this together. And then, okay. Great. Thank you so much. So the rest of it. Yes.
It's an honor to have everybody here to witness this. I wish I could say this was just a photo op, but it's not. It is the beginning. It is the substrate upon which every single scope of collaboration that we have discussed that with me or my team is going to be built on. Just like Professor Bawale said, they are very hard on impact, the impact that partnerships have on their students. University of Ghana also is aware of the vast access that they have, the numbers that they have. And with each company here, we have discussed ways and means that we would bring quality, impactful experiences under this collaboration. For instance, with my brother from the UN Global Compact, we discussed how sustainability normally comes in later when the company has already taken off and it's at a certain level, then they start thinking ESG sustainability. What if, because frankly, when I was in level 100, nobody told me put sustainability into your business plan. What if they are told now? This is not a startup. This is the UN Global Compact that we are bringing to the table. I could say similar for each company here, but I think I'll give everyone a chance to speak on the subject matter as communicated via the emails. But I want to say thank you once again for being here with me. It's important for Maximum Investment Group, our 5-year strategic plan, to move with partners like yourselves. So thank you once again.
Well, what else could I say? But I can see a future. And the future is the deepening of the collaboration of MIG with the University of Ghana Business School. I think the very high level attendance to this ceremony will bear testimony to the fact that, in fact, I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. What I could only say is that we wish that this collaboration will not be a 9-day wonder. And in fact, we have to commit ourselves to ensuring that this works for the benefit of all and sundry, especially our young ones in the University of Ghana Business School. So, from us, Maxwell Investment Group, we are committed to this MOU and will obey it to the letter as far as the spirit. Thank you very much.
I just want to say that there couldn't be any better way of partnering or assessing the quality, the credibility of your partner than to see the partner having a relationship, an MOU with the University of Ghana, seeing other colleague financial institutions here, United Nations reps here. I mean, there couldn't have been any better way of working together and getting to know the credibility of that partner than what we've seen here. And then for me, it's giving me that level of comfort that obviously, but as I'm here, I've sent message to my MD, a new MD, and it's like, kudos safe. And I think, I mean, it's going to be a beautiful way to go. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
In regards to your partnership with Warm Africa, ever since we met, I think 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, 2021.
Yes. I've seen much more improvement from year to year activities, especially in regards to the shared net procurement. Your involvement has been very good. Regards to volumes, regards to quality, regards to relationship, it's been the best so far. Regards to the other suppliers or the other groups of which we've encountered, I think yours has been a top, especially when it comes to the local market.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation to be here. As I mentioned, I'm with the UN Global Compact, and the work that we do in Ghana is to help support the private sector in their engagements with their stakeholders, their business partners, and the supply chain when it comes to sustainability, and when it comes to our 10 principles in the 4 areas of human rights, labor, the environment, and anti-corruption. Now, MIG signed on to the Global Compact early this year. Or was it last year or this year?
This year.
It was this year, yes. So very, very early on. And just as he said here, he said that he wished sustainability was something he had put into his company early on. And what we said to him was that it's never too late to start. And we can see, even from how quickly he has started an initiative like this with the University of Ghana, which I'm also a proud alumni of. So I was happy with what the dean said earlier. It's very much what we're about: multi-stakeholder, multi-sector collaborations to push this forward, and this is another example of that. So we are here as UN Global Compact to support this initiative and to support our company here and my former school as we bring this forward for the betterment of the students. So thank you again, and we wish this process, this collaboration, all the success, and we'll be here to support. Thank you.
Okay, so for Tradeline Consult, we see this partnership as a strategic one because Tradeline is championing job creation, youth empowerment, and SME growth. So we really see this as a strategic tool for us to work together. And Tradeline Consult recently, last year, launched a project called Jobs for Youth, Profit for SMEs, where young graduates, even right from school, will be trained as business development officers and will be matched with the right SME to provide them with the assistance and challenges that they are facing. So we really match into this partnership, and we give our all to make sure we fulfill with your 5-year strategic plan. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so to add on to what my colleague said, I'm part of the finance factory where we engage SME, and this part MOU, it's a strategic initiatives to help us connect more to the students, to give them practical experience, dealing with SMEs and engaging with people who have won their personal skills from working schools.
First, I'm very happy to see somebody from Wilma here. For those that know me, I set up Wilma 15 years ago when I came to Ghana to take over from Unilever. Fritol is my baby. I built Fritol. I take full credit for it. They say normally if you don't do it, nobody's going to do it for you. And when I remember coming in from Kenya, which is the reason what is going to lead to what I want to say is I came from Kenya and coming from East Africa, coming into this part of the world, there was a time our passports had a stamp, and it used to say that we cannot travel to South Africa, to Congo, and to Nigeria. And I still have that passport. And this was at the time when colonialism was still in our minds, which I still believe is in our minds as Africans. And it's become a very difficult thing to change. So when I moved here, I remember my MD, who's still the MD at CEO at Wilma, was like, you can't bring in the East African approach to doing things. When we took Unilever, when we took on the brand, Unilever was doing 8,000 tons per annum. I left Wilma doing 15,000 tons per month, which shows that everything is possible. You need to understand the market, which leads me to the point of why I feel this is very important in terms of collaborations. My biggest challenge as an African is that we're still colonized by the mind. We still continue to read books. I'm a marketing expert, I call myself that. We're still focused on wanting to read Philip Kotler and the 4 Ps. Yet the world has moved to 22 Ps. I sit on the Ghana School of Marketing board, and one of the challenges I see and I continually want to keep driving is that we need to start localizing and looking at things from an African perspective. Philip Kotler is not going to teach you how to sell on tabletops. Philip Kotler is not going to tell you how to make entrepreneurs learn how to make money from the time they're in school. Sitting in the business school right now, the first challenge we need to ask ourselves is how many entrepreneurs here have actually presented proposals or ideas or pitch decks on solutions to problems that are African. And I can honestly say the chances are very slim, right? And that is the thing that we nurture, we train, we're bringing students who are coming out more with book knowledge, but not telling them that it's okay to fail. It's okay to go out there and try a program, a success story, in just the success being that you took an idea, you tried to make it come to life, and it didn't work. Because failure is going to teach you success. It's not success from day one, right? Mm-hmm. And yes, we can say that banks are not willing to give money to the youth. They're not willing to give money to businesses even who are successful. Because that's unfortunately the way the structure is. So collaboration becomes key because entrepreneurship means starting with investments from your friends, from your family. At my age, I'm not willing to take a risk now to say that I want to try a new idea, because if it fails with all the money that I've saved. But the youth are the ones that can try. They can try 5 different things and the chances are that one will be successful. So collaborations such as these are very, very important because I'm tired of us trying to invest in people my age, people that are just slightly after me. We need to be investing in the youth because it's the youth who are the future of tomorrow. And they're the ones who are changing the narrative in Africa. Being a Kenyan, you can see what the media is doing. The Gen Zs are changing the country. I mean, they're speaking up about even changing the president, right? So clearly, these kind of roundtables and conversations is where we're able to start bringing the African perspective, the African narrative, and the African solutions to African problems. And that's what I do as African brand warrior. You can already tell I'm very vocal. I go out there and I try to build brands that resonate with us within Africa and brands that can be able to resonate with our own youth. Because today Africans, our youth are carrying their own names. They don't want to be known as Beatrice or Jessica or whatever else. We want to be known by our Afua, Akwa, Kwame, and that's across the continent. We want to be seen dressed in African wear. We want to be listening to African music, and we're doing things the African way. So the shift is happening. So my appeal to the MOU signers is the proof of the pudding is going to be in how have we been able to change mindsets to an African perspective. Thank you.
From the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, we are really happy to have this collaboration targeting women. We know what they are able to do, their contributions. So with this kind of formalized system to lend a hand to the women in the agribusiness area is a good one. And for me, I launch this collaboration. Thank you very much.
We are a youth entrepreneur federation trying to mobilize the youth to take advantage of the free trade area, which is trying to make Africa a one market, right? And that presents a lot of ridiculous challenges, even for the bulldogs in the business space. So how much more the youth? And the youth are very excluded. And I get why you call her the Royal Highness. She kind of she spoke like she works for our federation. And we are pushing for inclusion for the youth. And we just came back participating in the Africa Development Bank annual general meeting. And our president, who I'm representing, he made an analogy of African youth being tortoises on the ground, and then their blessing is put on a tree. And we are asked to club it. It's almost impossible, right? But hearing the people, the stakeholders here introducing what they do, I immediately can tell that the youth are blessed if this collaboration does what it seems like it's set out to do. Because this, to me, is one of those sustainable solutions of having stakeholders in different parts, civil society, finance, academia, and real industry people, coming and bringing that blessing down from the tree to the tortoises, and maybe we become cheetahs. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the youth. I'm excited that the target is students who are yet to come into the industry, because government is the biggest employer. And if we don't start introducing young people and giving them confidence, access to finance, and some of the technical support they need to build businesses that's going to employ other youth, it's just going to be a very disastrous situation. We had an ECOWAS summit recently celebrating 50 years of ECOWAS, and they ignored the fact that ECOWAS has lost 3 countries. So 3 African youth demographics was cut out, and that's not progress. So until we start having active private sector partnerships as these, it's a very sad situation in Africa. So I'm glad to be here, and kudos to Mr.
Metropolitan, we are an insurance company, and insurance are focused on the formal sector. So as Metropolitan, as a company, we decided to do an inclusive insurance. And you can't do inclusive insurance alone. You have to partner. And so these MOUs a great opportunity for us to partner with Mass and University of Ghana to push an agenda to cover all the students and our insurance umbrella. And so from us, we and Maxwell, we are saying that the first 100 students, we are going to cover them free on our insurance cover, hospital cash. When they are hospitalized for some days, there's a cover for them to assist them in their hospital bills. And when the unfortunately also happened, they are going to compensate them in something. So this is our way of supporting and pushing the whole inclusive insurance.
Yes, we believe strongly that inclusive innovation cannot thrive alone. It thrives when the academia, the industry, and government come together in a coordinated function where we leverage on our unique strengths to be able to achieve a collective, progress. And as a bank, having served Ghana for almost 2 decades, we understand the importance of partnership. And so we've partnered with a number of sectors in the economy, including the educational sector. And just a few months ago, we've actually established a banking clinic, the first ever in the history, of Ghana as far as the banking industry is concerned, in Kumasi Technical University, where students are able to leverage on our skills, on our aspect of banking operations, especially those in banking and finance studies. And just few weeks ago as well, as far as University of Ghana is concerned, we have also announced establishment of an ICT center to actually promote research, to promote technology skills acquisition, which the youth need to lead in this fast-moving, knowledge-driven economy. And as a bank, we know we are a financial institution. And so we have also developed around the various products and services of entrepreneurs, where we give funding to micro, businesses, small-scale businesses and medium-scale businesses, to ensure that we are able to empower the youth. If we fail to do that as a key partner, then we are failing the future. So we have been very, very proactive, and this partnership, this MOU signing is very key to the management of Zenith Bank. And that is why I'm not here alone. I am here with the head of our retail and SME banking. And I'll end here for her to pick it up and add from some few more. Thank you.
So thank you, Wilson. So my colleague has said it all. We value the youth. We have strategically entered into a lot of relationships to foster youth interest in business development. We've helped people when we realize the accounts they are running are actually accounts that have volumes that are suggestive of them running a business hustle. We tell them that don't wait until you get a contract before you now go ahead. Let's start you off with helping you with registration on a sole proprietorship. We also have strategically entered into a partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, where we intend to work with other partner banks to change the life of 400,000 youth, focusing on 70% of them being women.
When a bunch of high schoolers, Dr. Abigail Mimi is from Machimota School, and from Machimota School, our board chairman here has been great with us. We get cranky to say, oh, don't worry. And she actually calls and says, Max, why haven't you called me about this? I've said this, why are you not? You have no idea what that does to a young man. That wasn't recent. So I have felt what these discussions can do. And I know that if each partner here, that's for the stakeholders here, even 10%, what I have discussed or felt with each partner, this platform, I call it a platform because it's going to be a substrate upon which a lot of reports is going to have some really interesting impact reports and ripple effects. And it is with that I welcome my very good friends, Granton and Granton, legal advisors. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Maxwell is said we are from Granton and Granton Legal Advisors. We've advised Maxwell in different portfolios that we've been working on. So we are also especially excited to be here, and we also know that innovation doesn't happen in the vacuum. So we are happy to also come on board for the young people that are bringing innovative ideas at a very discounted fee, like Maxwell has said. We'll provide our legal advisory services where you need, and we can also, just like we've done for Maxwell, be around to help you. So if you reach Maxwell, he will send you to us, and then we can provide legal advisory services to you. So, Maxwell, congratulations, and we're happy to be on board.
Yes. Thank you.
So, thank you so much on behalf of my dean. To say a very big thank you to all of you for coming here. And I believe some of you, when you were coming, you were really doubting whether this is going to be one of those social gathering or whatever. But after hearing all the comments and the energy into this, the banks, the institutions that's supposed to provide the funding, I also believe that you're going to go back and talk to MPs to rethink whatever supports you're going to support, because if all this is about the youth, definitely we can get it done. And as Zenith Bank said, obviously the youth are our future leaders. They'll be listening us very soon. They'll be sitting here. If we don't treat them properly, obviously there's going to be a problem. We'll retire one day and we'll be sitting somewhere and asking a whole lot of questions. But we are quite happy that you've taken that bold step to be part of this success story. And I think it's going to get big. So let's just marshal all the energy we have to support to make sure that this project goes through successfully. So once again, thank you so much for coming. And I believe that very soon there'll be a series of stakeholder engagements and you'll be available to bring your expertise on board. So on behalf of my dean, once again, thank you for coming, and you have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.